Anime Declassified is a podcast run by the Anime Secrets website. Check us out at animesecrets.org for more anime, video game, tokusatsu content. Remember to follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or wherever you listen to podcasts today.
Hey guys, Joshua Seth here, voice of Tai on Digimon, and you're listening to Anime Declassified.
And we're back with another episode of Anime Declassified, hosted by animesecrets.org. I am your host, Rizwan Merchant, and I'm joined today by none other than Frankie Hallsworth. And we're here to talk about episodes 18 and 19 of Dragon Ball Daima, or as I like to call it, the turning of the tide. The moment we never knew we wanted, but really, really needed. We are doing episodes 18 and 19 because, quite literally, the entire internet sattered when episode 18 began.
19 too, when 19 ended.
But 18 is what began the tidal wave, the earthquakes, the hurricanes.
You guys don't
natural
already
disaster
know
here. Yeah, go ahead, Frank.
If you don't already know, my image kind of gives it away.
It does, but we're still going to talk about it. Yeah. Yeah, so things happened in these two episodes, and this is actually the event, the catalyst, you might say, that made Frankie and I get off our butts and get back into watching Dragon Ball Daima. Literally, here's what happened. Frankie texted me saying, I hate this new spoiler I got for Dragon Ball Daima. I was like, set up, Frankie, don't tell me. And he didn't tell me, because you know what? Frankie is an amazing human being. Not something I'm going to say very often, mind you.
Thanks, man.
But, in this instance, Frank is a good human being. Which is something I cannot say about the randos in the Facebook group I follow, because not even 2 minutes after Frankie tells me that he's seen a spoiler for Dragon Ball Daima, I'm just innocuously scrolling through my Facebook, and what I come across? Spoiler. The exact one that Frankie told me about.
It's not like a little one either. It's huge.
It's earth-shattering big. Like, this is... By the end of the episode, you're going to understand why I have continuity questions right now.
But let's go ahead and just talk about it.
Yeah, let's get into it. We've been shooting the breeze and beating around the bush for way too long.
So, where we last left off, Goku realized that he couldn't beat Gomah in his current state. So he turned Super Saiyan 3. And even then, he's struggling. He is not having a good time. And even Majin Buu gets in there, eats a cookie, and becomes a Super Saiyan 3. It's really weird.
Okay, can we talk about that for a split second? Because that deserves to be talked about. I'm sorry. No.
What?
No. It was just hilarious to me that Buu ate a cookie, and the next thing we know, he gets hair the same length and same style as a Super Saiyan 3, and he starts to fight.
Oh, I don't think we mentioned this in the last episode either, but Gomah knocked the revive bugs out of Goku's shirt, so they can't heal.
They have no more Senju being replicas.
Yeah,
also, of much more interesting note, the fusion bugs are also gone.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of sad about that. I hope they find them for, later. But we'll get to that when we get to that.
Now, at this point, Goku straight up cannot beat this guy.
No.
He cannot do it.
He tried.
He did.
Did.
But he's knocked down. And Neva, that's his name, right?
Yeah.
Well, something we forgot to mention earlier is he's an Elder Namek, so he has the ability to unlock someone's hidden potential. He did it with the Tanagami number 2 against Vegeta.
Yeah.
he decides he's going to do it to Goku. And this guy turns into a Super Saiyan 4. Okay.
Yeah. So
Super Saiyan 4. First things first. He's still a child. Not like in GT where he returned to an adult. He's still a kid. The hair is red now instead of black. Does he have the red marks under his eyes still?
no.
Okay.
No, he has red eyes, but I don't think he has the marks that you're talking about.
Yeah, because the original Super Saiyan 4 had like red marks under his eyes, kind of like a football player has the black marks under their eyes.
Yeah.
This broke the internet because for some reason people love Super Saiyan 4. I don't get it, but people love Super Saiyan 4.
I mean, okay, so here's why I think they like it. Before Super came out and we had the gods and all the other powers we have now, like Ultra Instinct, one could technically argue that a Super Saiyan 4 is the highest form of Saiyan because one, you get your hang on, let me make my point because you're not seeing what I'm saying. I don't think. One, they get the tail back if they don't already have it from before. Cool. But this is, in my opinion, a testament to a Saiyan who can unlock their full potential according to, power levels. And the base transformation that any Saiyan can do is the Uzaru. But they cannot control the power of the Uzaru. It makes them very volatile, very unpredictable. So, the fact that when you turn Super Saiyan 4, you grow that weird red fur and the tail indicates to me that this is some type of mastery of Super Saiyan 4.
Yeah, I could see that.
I think that's the thing, is that we're seeing this as the final Super Saiyan form, which works fine if you go by the Dragon Ball Z to GT transition. However, if you transition Z to Daima to Super, we have questions because hello, Super Saiyan God Red, Super Saiyan God Blue, and Ultra Instinct have a question for you about where this fits in the middle.
Yeah, I'll get to where I'll get to how I think that works after we're done with this.
Yeah, I have some thoughts as well, but I'm curious on what do you think because we haven't actually talked about this offline yet.
No. So now Goku starts wrecking poor Gomah, just beating him down. While this is going on, Arinsu calls Glorio's like, bring me the Dragon Balls.
Yeah.
Goku eventually beats him with a Kamehameha until all of a sudden he's big. Because, of course, he is. And then Gomah, I don't know how he did it, but like drained Goku back to base. What did he capture him in like a cage or something? I can't remember what he did.
He basically used his third eye magic to drain him of all his energy, rendering him back to the base Saiyan form, not Super Saiyan form. Because you have to understand, they can only maintain their higher level forms when they have energy. When they get tired, when they get beat down, they diminish down to a lower form or to the base form, depending on how much they've lost.
Exactly. So, back over where Dr. Arinsu is, Glorio knows the Namekian language. So he summons Demon World Purunga. Gomah goes after him. Purunga's like, no, get away, and just flicks him away.
Yeah.
So, Demon World Purunga's no joke. Arinsu wants Glorio to make a wish to make her the most powerful, like, magic user in the demon world.
No, she wants to be the Supreme Demon King with all
Yes.
the bells and whistles that comes with that title, including power.
Kiryu makes a wish, because you have to speak it in the Mechli language, you don't actually know what he's saying.
And that's where episode 18 ends.
Now,
And I just want to say, at this point in our catching up, Frankie and I are current, and we have to wait a week. So I texted Frankie right away, and I was like, hey, you know what'd be really funny? Is if Glorio decided to not do what Arinsu said, and instead told Purunga to make all of the Z fighters adults again. Because that'd be some hilarious irony.
it would.
And
But-
guess what?
We'll get there. We gotta get our thoughts on this episode first.
True.
So, Super Saiyan 4 was definitely... Whoa. I'm gonna say this. I think it looks weird on Kid Goku.
I didn't mind it, honestly. I thought it was okay.
But, it looked amazing. Like, the fight scene between Gomah and Super Saiyan 4. Oh my god. This is so good.
This goes back to what I said in the last episode or the episode before that. I forget where it was said. Pretty much in our last podcast episode, where I said, I think Daima is making a really damn good case for having, in my opinion, the best fight scenes of the franchise, bar like one or two things.
The animation is really selling it. Like, that Kamehameha Goku did against Glorio at Super Saiyan 4,
Dude.
that's probably his ultimate in Sparking Zero, because you know he's going to be in Sparking Zero.
If he's not, Frankie might have to...
Well, the next two DLC packs are Daima-based, so I'm assuming both Super Saiyan 4 and Big Gomah are probably in the last DLC pack.
Yeah.
But I thought of the episodes we've seen so far, this was the best one. Because
Yeah.
there have been no threats in Daima at all until now.
Right.
And Gomah is making a strong case for being one of the bigger threats we've had up to this point. I don't know if he's reaching, like, Beerus or Frieza level.
Or Jiren.
Or Jiren wasn't really a cosmic threat. He was just, I'm strong because, yes.
He was stronger than anyone else in the power of determinative power.
No, he was, but he wasn't, like, evil, is what I'm saying.
Right. No, if you're talking about evil people, yeah, Frieza and... Who do you say?
Beerus, Goku Black.
What do you think about Broly in that argument?
Goku Black might be the most evil.
Yeah.
But he's making a strong argument for that, as much as I think he's an annoying twerp.
True facts.
Until he turned into Jiren.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, though, this episode is very, very much Goku-centric.
As it should be.
I mean, the episode's called Awakening. It was about Super Saiyan 4.
Yeah.
But
also, I will say one thing here. Of course, when we get Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, Goku can't just sit quiet and be like, huh, okay, we're at the same power level.
no,
Goku has to find...
Super Saiyan 4 now.
Goku's like, well, if you're gonna get that, let me get this real quick.
But what did you think of this episode?
I loved it. I think the fight scenes are incredible. I think, despite being spoiled by stupid Facebook groups, it's still an amazing reveal, an amazing addition to the mainline canon. I think this top tier, well, okay, not top tier because that implies that the Daima storyline is amazing, which it's not, but
No,
this one was amazing.
If I'm being honest, it is very much style over substance because the animation is carrying it.
Yeah.
But when it's fun to watch, oh, is it fun to watch?
Well, okay, so here's the thing about Daima. You're right, except you're forgetting that they're doing a lot of really cool lore building.
No, there's a lot of lore, but the part that has got us the most hype, let's call a spade here, has been Super Saiyan 4, Super Saiyan 3.
I was kind of hyped in the beginning too with all the lore building and the just callbacks to old stuff from Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. And also finding clever ways to indicate that, yeah, this connects to Super.
Oh, there's something I did notice about the show.
Okay.
That nobody I've seen pointed out yet. So this was the big 40th anniversary anime they did.
Yeah.
There are references to every single piece of Dragon Ball animation in there. Because you got
even in arcade stuff or whatever they call it.
I'm talking about the main shows.
Okay.
So you've got Super Saiyan 4 being the big one, GT. Goku being a kid, Dragon Ball. You see the gods from all the universes from Dragon Ball Super in a flashback scene.
Yeah.
You have it's a direct sequel to Dragon Ball Z with Majin Buu, this, that, the other. There are visual elements that are directly from Dragon Ball Z, which we'll get to in the next episode. If you don't see that, you're probably not as big of a Dragon Ball fan as I am.
Oh no, I saw all of it, but
no, because I have my brother's talking about how this is just a stupid nothing show. I'm like, well, then you're missing everything about it.
Well, you just didn't keep up with the franchise, and that's fine, because mind you, there's a lot of content to be aware of for Dragon Ball.
Even if you're just talking what's canon, that's Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, Super Broly, Superhero. There's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot. I'm doing the math real quick.
It's a lot, dude. It's not One Piece level, but
if you do, okay, so there's two numbers I can give you, according to Google. If we're talking Dragon Ball Z, not Kai, we're looking at 575 episodes.
Yeah, because Dragon Ball Z is what, 290-something episodes?
291.
Yeah, and then the original Dragon Ball is like 164, I think?
153.
And then GT was 60.
We're not counting GT in the math. I'm talking about only canon.
Oh, yeah, GT. This makes... Our friend said GT's canon. I was like, dude, this makes GT even less canon. Shut up.
It does. Andy.
Oh, no,
sorry. Sorry, I made a mistake here. I'm 20 off because I forgot to count Daima into math. So it's 595 for just Z. And if you go to Kai, you're looking at 487.
That's still a lot.
It is a lot, but it's not One Piece levels a lot because that's like over 1,000 something.
And it's still going. At least Dragon Ball Z ended.
But the franchise is still alive and going.
It's never going to stop.
But you know what, Frankie? I want to move on to 19 so we can talk more about fun stuff here. Like the things that I'm excited about.
Yeah, so at the beginning of 19, we see Glorio's wish was they are all adults again.
And guess who predicted it first?
Probably everybody.
This guy.
But Vegeta's like, hey, if we're adults now, I'm fighting him. You back up. And this right here, this scene, tells you that they're way weaker as kids.
Yeah.
Because Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta is rocking Gomah's world. Oh my god.
It was so bad. It was like...
He was destroying him. But...
Well, it wasn't until he got fatigued from the third eye just continued to heal Gomah.
Yeah, obviously, in terms of raw power, though, he couldn't keep up with Vegeta.
No.
It was insane.
But see, remember, they don't have Senzu beams or revive bugs or whatever you want to call it. And they have, at this point, what I'm going to call a mortal body. Because technically when they become gods, they have a god body or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, and this is before Goku becomes a Super Saiyan God, so...
Yeah.
But that final flash Vegeta did, though, against Gomah.
So great. So sick. I loved it.
But it gets to the point there, because Gomah is just basically, he's like an android. He's just got infinite stamina because of that third eye.
Yeah.
So Vegeta doesn't. And Arinsu fires Glorio because, like, you betrayed me. Get out of here. And they all thank him, and Goku finally says his name correctly.
You know, there's a reason for that I read on Reddit.
Is it because he's an adult now?
No. No. So the theory is actually kind of funny. The theory is, and mind you, I'm going to preface it by saying I don't actually think it's true because Goku's not that smart.
He's not.
But Goku allegedly knew that Glorio was up to no good the entire time, so he just made fun of his name to insult him. And once he saw Glorio do the right thing, Goku finally gave him the right respect that he deserved.
That's actually not hard to believe. Goku isn't as dumb as people think he is.
He's not, but he's also not as smart as you're making him out to be.
No, he's not. But anyone could see Glorio as being kind of shady.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the theory. I hope it's true. It'd be hilarious if it's true.
It's not, and it's probably never going to get addressed.
No, never.
But Majin Buu and Arinsu figure out that the way to get the third eye out of Gomah's head is you got to knock him in the back of the head 3 times.
And let's take a second to pause and give Ku some more props. The way they figure it out is Arinsu has this big Demon World book or something, and she gives it to Ku because he's super smart and super fast, that he sped read the entire friggin' book, which is like a thick book. And he found the page, they read it, and they determined the secret to get the third eye out of him is to hit him in the back of the head 3 times.
Yeah.
And then we get to the scene that broke all of fandom before the scene that broke all of fandom again.
We'll get there in a second, because Goku's like, I got more stamina than Vegeta, but Vegeta's going to rather get himself killed than back down. So Bulma's like, I got this. Hey, Vegeta, get back here. I'm never taking a bath with you again.
The entire internet broke.
Okay. All right.
Dude, the memes I have seen this week from that one scene.
Goku's weakness is food. Vegeta's is booty.
No. Let's do it right. Goku's weakness is food. Vegeta's weakness is bath time with his wifey.
Yes. So booty.
Yes. Okay, anyway. I have comments I want to make, but no.
So Goku's like, all right, so Piccolo, I'm going to fight him, and then you're just going to come in and bop his head. Now Goku goes up to Gomah and is like, hey, this is a base Saiyan. This is a Super Saiyan. This is Super Saiyan 2. This is to go even further beyond. And then turns Super Saiyan 3, and he's like, I'm not done yet. And he powers up into Super Saiyan 4 again as an adult.
This guy can do it at will now. He doesn't need never to unlock it over and over again.
At this point, as we have established earlier, Gomah was struggling with Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta as an adult. In what world does he have any sort of chance against adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku?
And guess what, Frankie? This is where the episode ends.
Oh, yeah. And, dude, that entrance when he climbed up as Super Saiyan 4. Oh, my God.
Iconic.
Dude, that scene alone made me like Super Saiyan 4.
That scene alone gave me all the hype that Daima deserved for that, making that scene a possibility.
Now, I know a lot of people were theorizing Goku and Vegeta are going to fuse. I don't see it happening at this point. If I were to bet about halfway through the final episode, Goku's going to defeat Gomah. And then they got to get back and do the closing and get back to their world and stuff. I could be wrong, but I don't see any room for a fusion between Goku and Vegeta here.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, I want it to happen, and they left it wide open to have a three-way fusion, because there are 3 fusion bugs they got. Which would be interesting, because then you could have Piccolo, Vegeta, and Goku fused together, and that would just be broken.
At this point, I don't see it happening.
No, I don't either, because I think if you're going to do it, you need a couple more episodes to do it.
But we only have 1 left, so my guess... I wonder if on the writing room floor they had the option for a fusion or Super Saiyan 4, and they went with Super Saiyan 4.
But they could have done Super Saiyan 4 fusion.
We don't need Gogeta Super Saiyan 4 breaking the universe again, alright? We don't need it.
We need Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta fused with Piccolo. It'd be... imagine it, Frankie. They'd have green hair and green fur.
What's the final episode called?
In Japanese, it's called Zenkai, which translates to maximum in English.
Yeah, Gomah's done.
I mean, yeah.
Now, I mentioned earlier how I think Super Saiyan 4 works and why it's not in Super. I think he can only access it in the demon realm.
I've thought about that. I have. And I think there's more to it than that.
And maybe they'll explain it because he doesn't use it in Super. He gets Super Saiyan God.
No, but I think here's what really happened. I think what's going to happen is Goku will defeat Gomah as Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I don't think they're going to fuse. I think some entity will wipe the Z Fighter's memory of this entire ordeal. And because Goku can only become Super Saiyan 4 in the Demon Realm, he doesn't know he can do it. And he unlocks the Super Saiyan God mode, which is the equivalent in the other universe, or whatever you want to call it, the outer world.
Now, I haven't seen the episode, so I really don't know where Super Saiyan 4 ranks power-wise. I've always assumed, at least the GT version, was stronger than God, but under blue.
What do you mean you haven't seen the episode?
I haven't seen Goku fight Gomah, is what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, no one has yet.
No one has. So, what I'm saying is, I don't know where Super Saiyan 4 ranks on the power scale. I don't know if it's above Super Saiyan God, if it's under Super Saiyan God. I'm assuming it's under Super Saiyan Blue at the very least. But
yeah, I don't know.
We'll see. It's definitely under Ultra Instinct.
I mean, yeah. I have a feeling that Super Saiyan 4 and God Red are the equivalents because of the red coloring.
That is very possible. And I can buy that.
Look at the tone of the red in your profile photo. It's the exact tone of Super Saiyan Red.
I love how you're calling it Super Saiyan Red, but it's called Super Saiyan God. Get it?
I don't care what it's called. I'm gonna call it Super Saiyan. And then what do we call the blue variant?
Super Saiyan Blue.
I hate that. No. Denied.
I think the red form should have been Saiyan God and the blue version should have been Super Saiyan God, but that's...
Yeah, well, you don't get everything you want.
No.
And then Ultra Instinct, I still don't even know how that works.
It's not a Saiyan transformation, so...
Right, but...
We'll talk about that offline.
Yeah. But anyway,
this episode was fantastic.
So, let's do a quick recap. If I remember correctly, from 2 days ago, we were kind of saying that Daima was in the A tier category. I am going to make the case that these 2 episodes are going to bring it to the high A, low S tier category.
I'm going to wait for the final episode because these last 3 are basically the final battle.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna wait to see how they conclude it before I give an S rank for these last couple episodes.
But you can see a possibility.
But if they pulls it all together, then yeah, you got a solid final battle here.
Yeah. And then
to beat Gomah in a stupid way. Like, do you think they're gonna kill Gomah, or is Goku gonna be like, I got the third eye, and destroys it? Bye.
it depends. So I don't think Goku will opt to kill Gomah unless Gomah does something to warrant it.
Yeah. He hasn't really killed a lot of villains.
Well, no, because he didn't kill Cell. Gohan did that. He didn't kill Buu. He didn't kill Frieza.
Goku did kill Buu.
He didn't kill Buu.
Yeah, he did. He hit him with a spirit bomb.
Yeah, but Buu is still around.
He got reincarnated as Oob.
Right. He's still around.
Yeah, but he died.
It's okay.
Frieza he did.
Yeah. Frieza he spared.
No,
Vegeta he spared. I mean, yeah, he killed Frieza, but Frieza was not really even reincarnated. He just kind of surgically put back together like Frankenstein.
Let's talk about Resurrection F.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
He killed him in Resurrection F.
Yeah, you're right.
Demon King Piccolo he killed. And if you follow Super Manga, he killed Moro too.
Don't know who that is.
Oh, he's a goat.
Cool.
Like, he's literally a goat.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Alright. But this is our episode 18 and 19 of Dragon Ball Daima. We are currently 2 days away from the season finale of Dragon Ball Daima. So stay tuned because we're really excited to see what happens. And we're going to have a fun podcast after where we kind of break down episode 20 and give our final season thoughts as a whole.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. But until then, I'm Rizwan. That's Frankie. We're Anime Secrets, presenting to you Anime Declassified Podcast. Remember to check us out on Spotify, Apple iTunes, YouTube, and wherever else you find your podcast. And stay tuned for more, because we're going to keep on rocking.